Alrighty, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, today is a special day here at Mojo Shop Guitar. See, we have, well, let's take a look, see what we have. Well, it looks like we got a Gibson. Guess what? We got a brand new Gibson, a 2024 Gibson. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. We're going to find out here in a minute. But, you know, it's a brand new case. That's the case that has the new kind of squared off latches on it. So let's flip one of them here to see what it sounds like. Oh yeah, sounds good. Another one back here. We got one here and a one in here. And don't forget the one around the back there. Here it is back there. Boom. Okay, now we can see we got a nice brown Gibson case here. What could be inside this case here? What? Let's get right down here. So we'll look right in the crack. Oh, what is it? Whoo, dog. Guess what that is? Why, that is a brand new 2024 black Les Paul Jr. And, woo, it is looking spanking clean. Look how nice that looks. I mean, that's like a brand new. Now, this guitar belongs to a customer of mine, buddy of mine, Lance. And, you know, he's a guitar aficionado, man. He likes his stuff. He likes the good stuff. And, well, he also likes to change things up a little bit, too. He likes to make them unique, you know. He likes to make them personal, I guess you could. He likes to personalize them, kind of. So, basically, what we're going to be doing to this one is we're blacking it out. We're going back over this. We're going to take everything out of it, and we're going to black it out. I think that's the theme. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the bench. Well, you know, I was thinking about giving it a little whirl. Maybe we'll stick it up on the stand here, and we'll take another good look at it. Alrighty. Guess what? Ooh, dog, look at that. I mean, you know, this is a brand new guitar. This is 2024. He looked at the date. It's like a month or two old. I mean, it's brand new. And I looked this thing up. These are not cheap. They're about $1,800. He's probably got a cool couple grand into it with case and all. And he wants to black it out. I mean, we got different tuners that are black. We got another truss rod cover that's completely black. I don't know what he wants to do with that white nut. We might just make that black too. But, you know, we're not going to do anything with the fret markers or anything like that. But, yeah, the pick guard's going. Pickup's going to get changed. The tailpiece is getting changed. Putting a Leo Quan. And we're getting some new knobs and wires. I don't know if we're doing new knobs. I didn't see any new knobs, but I know we're doing new wiring. And guess what else we're going to do with this? Big surprise. Big surprise. First time ever on Mojo Shop. We're going to take this nitrocellulose finish and we're going to crackle it all up. We're going to age it a little bit with the crackling procedure, you know. And, well, it's very exciting. And, you know, it's something that, well, this guitar is the, if you watch the video where we built the guitar, built the white Les Paul Jr., it's the same guy, Lance. Again, this is his guitar, and, you know, he wants to do some stuff with it. You know, he must have liked what I did the last one, because he's back for another one. You know, once they get some mojo in them, well, you know, it makes people happy. So, tell you what, we're going to get started on this one, and maybe we'll even give this one a little play just so you can hear what it sounds like before we get started on it. What do you say? Yeah. That part out. All right, here we go now. This here. You won't even be able to see this guitar hardly. So we're gonna take this over to the bench and we're gonna get started on taking all the parts off of it and give it a nice little crackle finish. So what do you say we got on over to the bench? Yeah. Maybe he'd want that too, wouldn't he? Yeah, he would. Alright, here we are over at the bench. And well, we're going to take a look at a few parts. I'm going to show you the parts and the parts that we got. Oh man, we got parts and parts and parts. Alright, first of all, first thing, we're going to, what could be in the bag here? Huh? Lots of bubble wrap. Must be something important, huh? That's right, another bubble wrap. Why, it looks like there's a, what does that look like in there? Pick up. It sure is. Yep. Nice little P90. Looks like it's a used one. But it also looks like it's, let me see. Says P90 overwound dog ear, made in 4/30/24. So this was made in April 30th. Right there, you can see what it says right there on the thing, I think. If we can get that. There we go. Anyways, it says it is a 97K, 9.7. So it's going to be moderately. It's not going to be real tough. It'll be in there a little bit. And you know, so we got the pickup right there with the adjustable pull pieces, which we will be adjusting, and a nice black cover and stuff like that. And I think that was probably going to work out real nice. Hopefully it sounds better than the one that's on there, because the one that sounds on there right now sounds pretty good. And yep, just about the same. Okay, anyway, let's put this back in its bag here, because you know it came to me mummified. So this is what we're going to do. There, you can bounce this thing off a roof and it wouldn't hurt it. Alright. Let's see. What else we got? Well, I guess we'll start off with the top of the guitar, okay? First of all, we got some, guess what? Some nice, brand new, blacked out Grover locking tuners. Man, look at them. You know, this guy, old Lance, he likes Grovers. And I don't blame him. Because Grovers are, well, one of the best. There's only a few other ones that maybe Hip Shots and some of the other ones, you know, are right up in there. But man, I'm telling you, these things are real nice. You know, they're all black out and they come with the, you know, comes with all the hardware and everything like that, man. Those are going to work real nice in there and look real nice in there. Okay. Grovers. Well, check that box. You know, okay? And, well, next thing down is we have a nice little black truss rod cover. And, you know, there's a black truss rod cover out now, but it has a white stripe down the side of it. You don't want to see no white. So we got a black one. And that was going to look real nice. Going for a special thing. Next thing you might have me do is, well, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Oh, that'd be cool. Have me lacquer the fretboard so it's like a Tony Iommi, man. We'll put a finish on the fret on the wood on the fretboard. All right. Next thing we got here. Dun, 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 dun. Got some black strap buttons. You know, no big deal. But hey, you can't have an all black guitar with silver strap buttons, right? Nope. Okay. No big deal, but we had to get a bag of black screws. Can't have silver screws on a black guitar, right? Right, that's right. Okay, let's see, what else do we got over here? Well, let's hit with this big one right here. And you know, I have more trouble with this guy's name. It's Leo Kwan, not Louis Kwan. I keep wanting to call it Louis Kwan. Oh, Louis Kwan. No, it's Leo. And you know what? He is the badass. But you know, this bridge, ever since it came out, has been a favorite of mine, and for millions of guitar players. I mean, this is like a DiMarzio Super Distortion. I mean, this is one of the greatest aftermarket guitar parts that there is, and it continues to be the best. There is nothing better if you like a single bridge. I mean, this is where it's at, and because you can do everything with this, and it's solid and it stays where it's supposed to be. And we got all black Leo Kwan Badass Bridge. Now, these locking posts right here, I hate to say it, old Leo Kwan, but these locking posts here ain't worth the power to blow them up with. So, what we did is I go to good old Amazon, and I got these right here. These are the K-ish, and they have the locking, this a better locking post. It has a slot in it, so that it works better than these do. The design on these is not good, and the screw is too small that holds it down. It depends on it to clamp it, and it doesn't work. These work much better, and the reason that we go with these is, see, I could leave this the way it is and rely on the screws and everything like that. But those screws will strip out if these posts don't hold good enough. And the thing about it is that these posts don't hold all that great, and there's not as much transfer of vibration. You know, you don't get the transfer of you know, the sound signals aren't the vibrations from the guitar aren't transferring right. It's not, you know, it's going to sound different because it's not solid. It's not a solid connection as you have right here. You got to have good, solid connections for the vibrations to keep riding through. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, this with this right here is going to be dynamite. Now, we got a box right here from Gun Street. What it says? Gun Street. Yeah, that's what it says. And I hear these are some really good wiring harness. As you can see, it says it's what's it say? Green Street Les Paul Jr. wiring harness, U.S. specs, 50s P90. So it's the 50s P90 Les Paul Jr. wiring. And you know, I like it when they do this because, you know, this stuff is it's rock solid. Rock solid. And they bring it to you laid out on the board. That's nice like that. But when we flip it over here, you know, it's right there where it needs to be. You can see it's got all the everything is welded. I mean, soldered. It's got a cap in between it. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It is good to go. And it's got all the heat shrink wrap on it and stuff. It's just really looking nice. And it's nice just to be able to slap something like this in the guitar and know that everything's in place. And it's already got the places where you put the, where you would hook the pickup on there and everything. So, you know, what more could a guy ask for? Oh, look at that down there too. We got some nice little knobs. Some nice sort of, got the gold and blackout knobs, and then we're going to look sharp. Then we're going to look real nice on there. But yeah, good old Gun Street coming through with some good quality stuff. And you know, the signal's going to be going, your signal that comes from those pickups goes through these components and then through your cord into your amp. And that's your signal chain. You know what I mean? All the way out to all the way through your amp and out the speaker. That's your signal chain, and anything along that signal chain can, you know, mess it up. So it's good to have good quality connections. It's good to have good quality parts, good quality, you know, pickups. And but the main thing is see that these, you know, the pickups I just showed you, they're like a microphone kind of, you know. If the singer isn't any good, then it doesn't matter if you got a $10,000 microphone or not. You know, it's going to sound bad. So by putting all these parts on this thing and getting everything perfect mechanically and the signal chain and the parts and everything like that, you got to have the guitar has the singer. The guitar itself has to be set up properly so that it's playing perfectly in tune, and everything that it does is just exactly what a guitar is supposed to do. You know, it's doing everything right. It's easy to play. It's in tune. It stays in tune. Every note up and down that neck plays perfectly in tune when you play it. And, you know, that way the pickup has good, solid signals to pick up and amplify. So you're going to sound better. Guitar going to sound better. Amp sounds better. Everything sounds better. Playing sounds better. You get more inspired. Pretty soon you're loving guitar life. Anyway, Gun Street. Next thing. So we got us a all black pick guard. Now, that's going to look real nice. I think it's probably got some plastic over the top of it still, so we'll peel that plastic out there and nice and shiny. Wham! Alright, that pick guard. And of course, last but not least, we got the good old flat round strings. Now we put flat rounds on that other Les Paul Jr. that we did, you know, the kick guitar that we just did. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching that video. It's doing real good, and we're hoping that this one's going to do just as well. So remember, subscribe, like, you know, it doesn't cost anything, and it does me a whole world of good, you know. It really does. You'd be surprised. You don't even know how much that little free subscription really helps me out. You know, I'm almost to 1,000. I need about 150 more. So come on, people, subscribe if you don't mind, please. Anyways, we got these old round, flat round strings. And man, you know, when they was on that other guitar, they were nice. You know, it's just smoother. Anything that can be smoother on the neck is a good thing. Now, these are a preference thing, you know. I mean, I don't think I'll start playing them, but they are nice, and they do play smooth, and they do have their place in the world. And they are unique, and they definitely have a good warm quality to them. So, you know, if you're out there, give them a whirl. You know, why not? We'll put them on one guitar, see if you like it. You know. Anyway, there's the strings and stuff we're gonna put on there, and we also have to put we got to put a crackle finish on this brand new nice finish on here. I mean, this beautiful black finish that this guitar has. We're gonna have to crackle it up. So we went out to the store, we got ourselves a good old Harbor Freight heat gun, and we got us some keyboard duster stuff. And it's basically just compressed air. It's just, you know, compressed air in there. And basically what you do is you heat up your finish with this gun here, with this heat gun and stuff. And you want to make sure you don't get it too hot. So you got to keep your hand on it and kind of, you know, gauge the temperature. And then we hold these cans of spray up and spray the surface. And it goes from real hot to real cold real quick. And that's what makes it crack. It goes all over. And he wants that crackle finish all over the whole guitar, so it's going to have a real aged look to it. It's going to go from looking brand new to looking a little bit different. So I'm kind of anxious to see how much of a difference it's going to make. And, you know, you're going to see it here first. So, what do you say? We get started on this guitar here. We'll get it up on the bench, and we're going to start taking all the parts of it off so that we can do our crackle finish, and keep your fingers crossed, you know. Alright, be right back. Alright, well, here we are over at the bench, and as you can see, this one here is it is brand new. Looks like the one we just got done doing, doesn't it? It's really looking nice. Yeah, this is a 2004 or 2024 Gibson Les Paul. She's brand new, you know. We can't show the serial number, but, you know, we show the bag. It's brand new. You know, it's got the old style Clusen tuners on it. Back of that neck's just looking brand new. Back's all shiny and stuff. Looks like somebody already peeled the plastic off there, I think. But yeah, she's looking real nice. Hey, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take everything off of this thing. Take it right down to its bare thing, right down to the bare neck and body, and crackle it up. So what do you say we get started on that? Let's get the tool out. There we go. Get everything set up. Yep. Brand new guitar. Okay, we're going to go ahead and loosen up the strings on this. You know how we do. We get the strings loosened up a little bit. And we just take our cutter after them. Kind of hate to cut these, but I mean, it plays really nice. You know, when I first got it, he says, you know, go ahead, give it a whirl, play it, see what you think. And it played real nice. It played real smooth, and I can see why he liked it. But it has a, oh, come on. It just has a little something special to it. You know, and I'm not talking about when you're playing it through an amp or anything like that, because it sounds really good just by itself. So, you know, I'm hoping that when I get done with it, it'll sound as good, if not a little bit better. You know, so there we go. Anyways, we got the strings all loosened up, so we're just going to give them a little snipperelli. I'm not saving these strings for anything. You know, I save strings, but they're, you know, they're $5-6 a pack. Why save them? Just get it, pitch them. So we'll make sure these get in the garbage here. You definitely don't want to leave these foot on the floor. Walking around here one day with barefoot or something, somebody will. Nope, right through the foot. Maybe. Anyway, get these off of there. Alright, well they're fighting me, so I'll do that later. Anyways, we'll get the top ones off here. And we'll get these strings off. We're going to go ahead and take everything right off this body. Get the strings off. And you know, it's nice to see, because I don't think this has been restrung right from the factory. Like the factory does it just the same way I do. You know. Come on now. What's holding us up here? I don't know. Anyhow, let's try to get a manageable bundle here. You know, we like to take the strings, the old strings, kind of put them in a length that's together and just kind of wind them around, you know, each other so that when they go in the garbage, they're not flopping all over the place. Okay. And that last little string there is trying to give me some trouble. Oh, no, there it pops right out. No problem. Okay, we'll throw that one in there. Okay, we're starting to get things down there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take the rest of this stuff off here, and when I come back, we're going to have this guitar all stripped down and ready to do our crackle finish. So we will be right back. Yeah. Okay, we are sort of in the middle of doing the process here. So I'm heating this up. We're going to get this gun going and heat this side up. And then we hit it with the compressed air here, right here, and I'll show you how we do this. So we get it hot here on the side. I already did the backs, the neck and stuff. So we're gonna get this nice and warm here. And I think I learned the key to this is to really, really, really douse it with the cold. And you really gotta hit it. It's turned out real nice. Alright, I think I'm ready for another can. Yep, I think so. Let's see how much I got done here. I'll get some crack-a-lackin on that side there. I don't know if I did or not. Let me see. Yeah, check that out, see if there's any crack-a-lackin in there. Not very much. So we're going to do this little side right here one more time. Get a fresh can out. This will be my last can. Really comes out of there at first, boy. You get a fresh can. It's coming out of like gangbusters. Alright, let's flip this over. Get a little action on that headstock. Alright, I'm going to move you down here so you can see it. There we go. Alright, I guess that's a picture of it. Alright, we're going to heat this sucker up. That worked real nice. Real nice. We're gonna hit just a couple little areas that didn't get it all that much. Okay? Let's come back over here so you can see what we're doing. I know it's the crappiest videos. Let's see if there's some areas where it's not too much. Not too bad cracking. This has been good all over pretty much. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to call that good. We got some crack-a-lackin all over the place. Let's give this sucker a wipe down and see what she looks like. Tell you what, we'll be right back. Okay, well, we're back over here to the bench. We got this beautiful guitar all crack-a-lackled up. It's cracked all over the place. I wasn't having real good success with it at first because this is the first time I've tried this. And I didn't have very good success with it at first, trying it on the back of the headstock. So I was kind of iffy on it, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I gave it another shot today, and I watched another video on it to see exactly, if there was anything that, and my mistake is that the can of air, let me see it, your can of air has a straw in there. Okay, well, I was putting the straw in there. And using it like that, and it wasn't putting enough. It wasn't getting it cold enough quick enough. So it wasn't working. But I watched another video and the guy didn't have it on there, so I figured that out. Okay? And well, let's see if you can see it, but I think you can see it. You can see it. It's got some crack-a-lackin to it. It's got a lot of crackle to it. You can see that. There wasn't even a spot down here at the bottom. I don't know if you can hardly see it. What, a chip of paint come right out. Oh, right down there. Right here. There was a chip of paint come out of there. They had to kind of super glue it back in. You can see it's got some cracking all over the place. In the back, it's cracked up too. Everybody's cracking up. We got some cracking out of the neck. Right there, you can kind of see it. Headstock's got some crack-a-lackin on it. Look at that. Woo, dog. Even on the back. That's where I was having some trouble, because see, you can kind of see right here that top one. Right there. Got a little bit hot. Started bubbling. I didn't like that. Well, we ain't got no cracking on the side of that neck, or on the side of the headstock. And there's not a whole lot at the top of the neck there, but it's all over everything else. It's all over the sides and everywhere. It turned out real nice, and I'm proud. And I'd like to say thanks to Lance for bringing this over. And, he's been kind of pushing my boundaries, getting me out of my comfort zone and doing things that are, that are really interesting and fun and make for great videos too, I think. So, anyway, we got this. It looks like it's all ready to go ahead and put it back together and do the setup on it. So, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to start reassembling this here in just a few minutes. So, I'm going to, what was I going to do? I was going to do something to it, but I'm going to wipe it down one more time, and then we'll get set on get ready to do setup and put it back together. Well, all right, folks. We're back at the bench here. We got this guitar all crackled up real nice, as you can see, as you already seen. I showed you. But it's time to start putting it back together. I had to change the posts, or change the post things here, and because we're putting some different stuff on this thing, so I wanted to change those out right there. But we're ready to start putting it back together. It's ready. It's screaming, saying, "Hey, I'm ready to be back to being a guitar again." So, one of the things the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start on the neck, and we're gonna, sure, we'll start on the neck. It doesn't really matter. We'll start on the neck. We'll get that all straight and everything like that. So, tell you what we move on down here just a little bit. Okay, let's get out our straight edge. Okay. And my feeler gauge. All right. And I had somebody give me a comment, talking about, I should use this notched part of the straight edge. Okay. Now this is a homemade tool, and I made this back when I first started, and it's been a good tool, and it's just the right length for what I need. But I don't use this notch side anymore. I learned that I'm not trying to see if the wood is flat. If I stick this on there, like this here, and look at the wood and stuff, I can, still stick my feeler gauge underneath there and give it a, thing. But that's not what I'm trying to figure out, if the wood is flat or not. I could care less if the wood is flat or not underneath there. It's pretty much going to be where it's at. I'm worried about the frets. I'm getting ready to level the whole thing. So I want to know if there's any low frets. And what the condition is, and I want it to be dead flat. So I stick this across there, and I take this really, really, really floppy, it's like paper, feeler gauge. It's the smallest one that I have in the whole bunch. And I lay this flat edge around there, and first of all, I'll see if it's rocking or not, and this one's not rocking. So I'll start at the end, start down here, and I'll start hitting those frets. And if this goes underneath there, then I know that I have a high fret, low fret. If it goes underneath, I got a low fret. And this is looking pretty good. This looks like I don't have any play underneath anywhere. I got a little bit right there in the middle. See, it's poking through right there. Everything else is perfect. Okay? So, but it does slide under just a little bit in the middle. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten the truss rod just a little bit. And what that's going to do is it's going to tighten things up so that it's going to raise up. It's going to raise it up a little bit, just right here in the middle. And that's what I'm trying to do, just a hair. Just trying to get it to go up just a touch, touch, touch. And if I can do that, then it will make this completely level. See, it was just a little bit out of level before. Now, if I was to leave it like that, see, if I was to go off just the wood, okay, if I was just to go off the wood, well, and I never checked to see if the frets were flat across there, well, I might end up having, when I go to level, I put the marker on there, and when I go to level, I might have a fret that's way lower. Or they might be in here. And then I think that, ooh, I better work this some more so that it takes these frets down to meet these. And then all you're doing is wearing these out, when you could have just leveled it out, and we could have took the even, see, I'm trying to take an even amount of material off the top of these frets. I want to take as little material off the top of these frets as possible, but I still want to get them level. I want to get it so that every last one of these is the exact same height. And when we level it with the leveling beam here, we sand down the top of these frets until we put some marker on there. And then when the marker is gone, we know that it's getting sanded off and that it's level. That way it's perfect level then. We can go ahead and do the rest of the neck then. But I don't rely on the wood. The wood doesn't really tell me anything, and I don't care about the wood. I care about the top of these frets. That's where that's what I'm trying to get straight or get flat. So, with all that said, I'm going to get out the old, that's not it. We got to figure out which, I got to find a tool for that. So, I'll be right back. Alrighty. These GIBSONs, they have a little socket on the end. So I had to find my little GIBSON socket. Right down here. See? Right there. And I gave it a little turn. Just a little bit of one. And now we're going to check this for flatness one more time. And I'm going to do this from the back side because it's easier for me to do it. You just have to trust me. And see, I'm going to try to hold it right down the middle of the fretboard and right in the middle here, so I'm not putting pressure on one end, and it's not like on our kitty corner. It's straight down the middle, right down the fret markers, or you know what I mean, the dots. Okay, and we're going to measure it from the back. I'm measuring on the top of every last one of these frets, and this feeler gauge is not coming through. It is dead flat on all of these frets. So now I know that I'm perfectly flat, okay? Now this is a brand new guitar, so I don't think that I'm gonna go ahead and crown it. I mean, I'm not gonna do a level job. Normally I would do a level job on it, but I don't think I'm gonna. But maybe I should, I don't know. Tell you what, how about we do this? We're gonna take the marker, we're gonna go over these, okay? And see, I'm putting a, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can tighten it a little bit. Okay. Let me see when I get to the part where you can see me. But I'm taking a black permanent marker, okay? It's got to be a permanent marker or it won't stick to the frets. Okay? And I'm making a black line on top of each one of these frets, okay? And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little leveling beam there, my fret leveler, and I'm not really worried about those last couple frets, because those are the fall off frets anyway, so those are lower. So now I got my black stuff on there, and I'm going to take my leveling beam. Let's widen it out a little bit. Take my leveling beam, which is, you know, I got lots of homemade tools, you know, homemade tool, you know. This was a T-square for cutting drywall. You know, I cut a hunk of it out. It's straight. It's a straight edge. I've checked it. It is straight. Here's another straight edge right here, nice and flat, level. It was just a big old long level, and I cut it off to the part that I needed it, you know. So I got a nice thing across there. I got some really fine 600 paper on there that's been used. So it's, you know, it's a little bit smoother. It's probably right around 1,000, 1,500. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to set this on there. We're going to go back and forth. And I'm also feeling for how smooth it is. But see, we're just going to go across it a little bit here. Okay? And now I'm going to take a look and see how much stuff we've taken off, if any. I've taken it off down here, right here, but I'm still a little bit in the middle. But I don't think it's going to take too much. Maybe I give it just a little bit more truss rod, just a touch, and maybe that might raise that middle up, because I'm touching down here, scraping here. This is all getting scraped off, but the middle is still just a little bit low. So we just did that truss rod just a hair. Now we're going to take a look at that. It's still just a little bit low in those, so we're going to give just a little. And when I'm turning it, I mean, it's just, I just get it turning and then stop. So we'll try that again. And you know what we'll do is we'll give it a little help in that direction. Sometimes I try to just push down on the top, pull up here, kind of get it to go the way I want it to. Okay. Now we're just going to start right here. We're just going to go right across there. Okay. Now I have given it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over it with my level, do one more check, make sure we're still good right across the beams. Yep, we're still good. Okay. Now I got pretty much cut all the way across all these right here, so I'm not really going to try to do any more. I'm just going to go back and forth a little bit. Saw a little something in the fret there. I don't know what that was. It looked like it was nicked. See, we're just going back and forth here. This is keeping the radius cool. And yeah, I'm cutting all the way across there. Yep, I think I'm going to give that just a oomph more, okay? Right there, just kind of raise them up just a little. You need to be cutting like the end ones do. Okay. Alright, we're Pam. Alright, we got that good. Okay. Ooh, be careful. Better be careful. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to get out our crowning tool. If I can find that. Crown somebody if they took it. Oh where. I gotta get a toolbox, man. I'm really getting tired of this. Searching for stuff. There it is. Oh my lord. Really get tired of. Okay, this has got like some jumbo frets on it, I know, because I looked it up. So we're going to go with our biggest setting, which is right here, under my fret file, because I got my fret file out. They don't look like much, but it works pretty good. You know? And we're just going to go over these frets. And basically, I don't know if you can see me, you can't see me way back here. But basically what we're going to do here is we'll tighten it a little bit. Okay, take this fret file, I'm going to go over the fret. And sometimes I'll put a marker on it so I can see. But I'm just going over it a little bit, just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. And we flattened it out just a little bit when we leveled it. And I didn't level much, believe me. So we're not going to have to do this very much either. So I'm just kind of going over it and re-putting a point on the top of that fret, because we flattened it out a little bit. So re-putting a point on the top of that fret. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over all these frets here just like this. And this is something where when it feels smooth, you know you got it. Okay? So I'm going to go over it, I'm going to do all these, and when I get done doing these frets, I will be right back. Thank you. Alright, got her all fret level, or crowned there. Went ahead and got all the frets all crowned up real nice. Give that a little wipe down, okay? Alright, okay. Alright, so, I think the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, okay? Now, one thing I learned the hard way is that you keep rubbing alcohol away from this paint. Don't get any on the paint because it'll mess it up, this nitrocellulose stuff. It don't like rubbing alcohol at all. So, be real cautious if you get that getting around on that nitrocellulose. Hey, polyurethane, have at it. You can wipe the whole tire down with that stuff, but not these GIBSONs. No, they got the nitrocellulose on it, and it will mess up a paint job. Oh, look, see, we're getting some stuff off it, see? It's got a little bit of that brand new, you know, stain in it and stuff, you know. But we're giving it a nice clean, and see, we're getting a lot of that junk off there. So it's a good thing we're doing this. Okay, just a little bit more alcohol. And then just in case there's any handprints, thumbprints, you know, dirt, schmutz, factory junk, whatever, we're getting it nice and clean because we're going to condition the wood here. And the alcohol cleans everything. Look at that. You can see it's got the dye coming right off of it. It's going to look more woody when you get done. It's not going to be so dark. Anyways, you know, in most cases, you know, you got hand schmutz and stuff like that and everything on it. You know, this will clean all the oils and grease and junk like that and crap off your fretboard, okay? And it does a good job of that. See, you know, most of that's just the dye and stuff from being new. So, anyways, but the rubbing alcohol does not soak into the wood. You see, it evaporates real quick. And I don't want to use. I hate cleaning. Please don't clean your neck with water. Use the rubbing alcohol. It gets everything nice and clean. And I'll tell you what else it does. It dries out the wood. Okay, dries out the wood. So when you put some coconut oil on it, which is what I use, or you put in whatever kind of conditioning oil you might put on your guitar, it's gonna suck it up good, and it's gonna, you know, it's ready for it, you know, and it's clean and ready for it. So you're not trying to mix dirt and junk like that in it. Okay. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to find me this piece of sandpaper here. Okay, it's got a little piece of sandpaper, a little piece of 600. It doesn't have to be much of anything at all. We're going to roll it up a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go over these frets just a little bit like this. Just kind of giving them a little from the side action, I guess you could say, okay? Alright. I give a little bit across the top. Let's see if we're going to feel that edge. And, you know, it's good, but it could be better. I think I'm going to do the fret ends. I wasn't going to do the fret ends, but I think I'm going to, because they are looking a little bit shagadelic. There's my thing, okay? So let's zoom in. Oops, wrong way. Alright. Okay. Some of these fret ends, these are in good shape, but some of them feel a little catchy, just a little. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this little file right here, and this file has that side of it, that edge right here is nothing, it's smooth. This side's smooth. The only side, it's like a little triangle file, but the only part that has stuff on it is in the very front. So it works real good for getting these frets. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of go over this fret just a little bit lightly, just to sort of take the little burry stuff off there, so it's just that much smooth. Okay, so I'm just going to take that, and then we'll take a little bit of sandpaper over this edge, smooth that out, so it's just as smooth as it can possibly be. Okay, so I'm going to do that. That takes a few minutes and stuff like that, and you know, you kind of gotta take your time. I'm not going to get my finger in there. Sometimes helps out to give it a little smooth spot to sit on. But we're just kind of going over it like that. See, and sometimes when I want to do it quick, I'll just go whoop down this side, and then I'll go whoop down that side. So anyways, let me widen out a little bit, and I'll tell you what, I'll be back in just a minute when I get these done. Thank you for your patience. Alright, now that I went over all the frets and got them all nice and filed over so there's no sharpness on them, now I'm going to take that old piece of 600, and I'm going to just kind of go over the edge here, kind of getting the end of them, so that they're, you know, helps make them a little bit smoother. That's what we're trying to do, make things nice and smooth. And I did the top side too, so we'll go over that a little bit. Okay. Being careful to stay away from the body. We want to mess up my crackle job, huh? Okay. Let's give it a feel. Yeah, it feels real nice. Okay. Now I have another piece of 2000 here, I think. Right there. It's on here someplace. I'll tell you what. I got a piece of 15. Oh, there it is. Yep, that's it right there. Okay, we're going to take this. We're just going to kind of go over things a little bit. And now we're just trying to get things pre-smooth, you know. You know how you do, you start off with one kind of sandpaper, you know, a certain, you know, a heavy grit, and then as you want things to be smoother, you move to a finer grit. Okay. Now we're doing 2000. Now we're going to go over this with some steel wool, piece of steel wool here, and what we're doing now is we're kind of shining it. We're taking a little bit of the wood, we're smoothing the wood out, and we're shining the fret all in one move. And we might go over this a couple of times, you know, and the wood is getting smoothed out, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make for a real nice smooth. And you know, the theme is we're taking a brand new guitar and we're kind of making it seem old. You know, I mean, it's kind of relicking, but it's kind of not too. You know, we're kind of just making it feel like it's been played in, like it's an old shoe, you know, like it's an old friend. You know, we've had it around for years, and we played it, and it, you know, it's broke in. Giving it that broke in feeling. You know, it's gonna be special. I don't mean special like that kid down the street neither. It's gonna be extra special when you grab it and you play it. You're gonna go, ah. And that's what I'm hoping for when Lance grabs this thing. You know, Lance is really becoming you know, I love the things he brings me to do. Let me put it that way. It gets me out of my safe zone, gets me out of my comfort zone. You know, pushes the limits. We got that pretty well shiny. Okay. Alright, now we're going to take this. The steel wool stuff likes to leave like a lead, you know, some of the steel wool falls off. So we're going to do that over here. Because the steel wool, I don't want it getting all up in anything else. Wipe that off. Okay. Alright. We got them nice and clean, nice and polished, you know. I'm wondering if I should go over those with some polish. I think I will. We are it's going to be the whole ball of wax on this one. We're going to do it all. All right, let's get our chrome polish out. See, we just use some regular old chrome polish, kind of like you use on your bumper or on something else. You know what I mean? That's chrome. We're shaking it up real good because that kind of stuff tends to settle. The gritty stuff that does the work tends to settle in the bottom, and then you don't get none. All right, take this old sock here, an old socky locky. Here we're gonna put just a little bit on the end there. What we're going to do is take a little bit on the end of the sock there. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this protector here, put it over the top of that, and we're going to go over the top of that fret. We're going to make it so it's nice and shiny and smooth. I'm not really worrying about the wood or anything like that because we're going to go back over and clean the wood again. But bam, right there. And it leaves a little bit of black stuff on there. That's the, you know, that's the nickel, because these are nickel. That's the nickel coming off there. But man, that's going to be real nice. And then we'll go to the next one, and we'll go to the next one, and we'll do all these frets. I'm going to do all these frets, shine them up real nice, polish them, and clean the fretboard. And then when it's time to condition it, we'll put some baby oil, I mean not baby oil, some coconut oil on this sucker. It's going to be, ooh, clean. Oh, we got to roll the edge too. So let me be right back with this polishing stuff. All right, folks, we are back. And you can see I got some shiny, shiny frets. They're really shining real nice. Bam, look at that, nice and shiny. Okay, now it's time to do the coup de grace. We already got it cleaned up from all the compound and stuff like that we got on it. Now we got to do is just dig me out a little bit of good old coconut oil. And I'll put a little bit on there. I don't need it. I don't even need that much. We're gonna put a little bit on there. Just make sure we get a little bit on that fretboard there. So darken it right up. Now, coconut oil, you say? Well, why not use some of that lemon oil junk that everybody else says they use? Oh well, you know, you can. You know, I don't know. I try to do what makes sense to me, okay? Now what you do might make sense to you, or what some other dude does. Just because some other dude does it doesn't mean that it's, you know, it's gospel. You know, it's not carved into stone. It's not law. You know, you can do it however you want. And here's my philosophy with the oil. When you use lemon oil is already a liquid, okay? It's already a liquid. So what you're doing, and when you put it on there, there's going to be a certain amount of absorption. It's going to absorb into the wood, okay? And as far as I know, I'm not trying to make this wood soft or make it moisturized. I mean, you know, I want it to be, you know, have some hydration in it, but, you know, I don't want it to be soaked, and I don't want it to be, you know, full of oil. And can you imagine all the times that maybe you're going to go ahead and you know, put some lemon oil on your board, you clean it, you know, you try to do good maintenance and stuff, and really all you're doing is soaking up your board. And then you turn around and you got a soft board, and next time you play it, you start digging divots in it because you're playing. You know, you start getting those little divots in the fretboard from playing, you know, from your fingernails scratching. And that's no good. So, anyways, with the coconut oil, see, coconut oil is a solid at room temperature. See, it's solid. It's not oil. But when I put it on my finger, it turns off mushy smushy at body temperature. So when I smear it in, okay, I can smear it in and it'll melt, and it goes into the you know, it adheres to the wood, and it goes in just a little bit. What it's doing is it's filling the cracks and stuff like that, okay? And it's hydrating just the top. I'm not trying to get all down in there and soak it up. I just want to get the top, okay? Now, I can let this sit there for a little while, which I think I'm going to. Let it sit there for a little while. And this will almost dry up a little bit, you know. And now, see, I'm trying not to go back and forth with it, because I don't want to cram a bunch of coconut oil and stuff under the frets, you know, like this. So we're going to go, we go with the frets. Now I'm going to let this set here for a few minutes while I take a break. And when I come back, we're going to, and you can see how shiny it is right now just for having the coconut oil on it. We're going to let that set for a few minutes, and when I come back, oops, we'll wipe it off, and then we'll move on. And then after we get done with that, I think what we're going to do is we're going to roll the edge. We're going to roll this edge over. Just make it a little bit smoother, a little bit more. Hell, I can do that right now. Why not? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this round edge right here, this round edge, okay, of this tool. It doesn't really matter what you use. And what we're going to do is we're going to get right here on the edge of this, and we're just going to sort of, I'm going to put a little bit of pressure down, and I'm just going to sort of just kind of go, start flat, and kind of roll my way over. And what that's going to do is it's going to simulate the playing, and it just makes the edge just a little bit more not as hard. And you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but it adds to the whole thing. Once you have everything done, and you know, you've done everything, it's like it all adds up to a whole, and the whole is, well, a dang good playing guitar. So I'm gonna widen out a little bit here, and we'll be back in just a second when I get done rolling these edges, and then we'll wipe off the stuff. It don't take a second. Yeah, be right back. All right, we're back. That took probably less than a minute, and now we're ready to. I don't want to use any alcohol. So now we're ready to go ahead and wipe this fretboard off. So I'm just gonna wipe it like this first, just to kind of get the excess off. Okay. And then we'll come back here, and we'll give it a good rub in. Okay. And then we can wipe it this way, okay? And as you see, this has darkened up considerably. Looks real nice. And here's another little thing that I like to do. I like to run over it with my finger. I don't know what this does. It seems to do something to make it smoother. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it another coat of coconut oil, because a lot of times these brand new guitars, man, they've been sitting for so long, they had nothing on them, and they kind of, you know, you need a couple of applications right off the bat. Let me put it that way. So before we move on, oh, and that edge feels real nice and rolled, and down the edge feels nice and smooth. Maybe run hand, we just running up and down, going from end to end. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'll wipe that off one more time. Alright. A little bit of that on the body, that don't mess with nothing. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put just one more little bit of coconut oil on there. You know, it takes a little bit of time. It's a process. This time I don't have to hit it on there quite as heavy, but you know, it's just one of those things. I think I really am gonna take a break, let this thing set 10-15 minutes, let that coconut oil, and it's a little cool in the house right now, so the coconut oil is gonna kind of set back up, because you know, what does it do? It's a solid at room temperature. So when it gets back to room temperature, you know, my hot finger's not touching it no more, you know. It'll go back to a solid, and that's kind of when I want to wipe it off, when it goes back to that solid state, sort of. So I know it's kind of in there good. Little chunk was trying to get away. You back here. Okay. And, you know, this is it's a really nice guitar, and it's brand new. And you really got to kind of have some faith in a guy, which I appreciate. You know, to let him take your brand new, you know, $1,800 guitar and put a crackle finish on it, you know, go after it with heat and a can of, you know, can of duster spray, and, you know, and then change all the parts and do the frets and all this other stuff on a brand spanking new guitar that already played beautifully. You know, it played real nice. and you know, it's gonna look a little bit. It's gonna look vintage, man. It's gonna be, you know, it's got some crack-a-lackin all over the place. It really does look cool, you know. Yeah, I'm really kind of thinking about maybe building some guitars and then doing some relicking on them, you know. And I'm not really into all that, you know, real excessive wear stuff. I kind of like them just like this, a little bit of crackle, maybe a couple of little dings and, you know, dings here and there, you know. But it looks like it's been played for a while. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a break for about 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna let this stuff sit on here for, you know, get back to room temperature, get nice and solid. And it does sort of dry up, and it does sort of soak in a little bit. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Go ahead. Go out, have a smoke, you know, take a break, get some coffee, you know, do something. Alrighty. Hey. Here we are back again. You knew we would be. Okay. We're going to wipe this, see what this is. It's all pretty much dried right out of there. So what we're going to do is take this clean rag. We're going to go over it. Give it a nice little wipe down. See, we're getting some junk on it too, you know. So, get this nice and clean. And that's all we're going to do to this fretboard. We're ready to start reassembling things. And I got to give it the old finger thingy, you know, where I run over it with my finger, you know. It does something. You can see just the difference when the fret looks different after I do it. You know, see, you can see right there, that one there. Well, maybe you can't. Well, zoom in. Alright, let's see if we can tell the difference. See, let's do this one right here. And, well, I think I might have already done that one. See, you can tell the difference. You know, and I guess maybe I'm just warming up that oil again a little bit, you know. But maybe that's a good thing. And that's helped filling in those cracks, getting it a little bit smoother. So, anywho's, alright, we're done with that. Wide, now, there we go. Hey, what do you know? Alright, folks, guess what? We got a whole big bag full of stuff to put on this guitar. And, you've seen what we had. First thing I want to do is put our brand new posts in. You know, get those set into place here. Gone. Okay, we'll get those right there. Alright. Alrighty. And I think I'm going to take this towel here and just sort of wipe things off a little bit. Sometimes they just need a little wiping. It's nitrocellulose. It's a touchy paint. It's touchy. I see, you know, I mean, for sound and things like that, you know. And you know, I was watching some video about the Murphy Lab guy, you know, and he says that they are baking the wood a little bit more, drying it out a little bit more, and it becomes a little bit more resonant. And I think they might have done that to this one, because it seemed like it was really nice and resonant when we first got it, you know. Oh, well, anyways, I'm not really worried about getting it real clean or nothing like that. I just want to get some of that coconut oil off it a little bit. Okay, well, what should we start with? You know, we got all kinds of stuff to do on it. What I do with a bag of parts. Hey, maybe we'll just reach in and we'll grab a random part and pull it out. Oh, look at that. I pulled the tuners out. Okay, let's put the tuners on this thing. Okay. So maybe what we'll do is we will, well, we'll leave that up here. And we'll bring the camera right down here like this here. How's that look? Pretty good. It needs to be turned. I don't know. I don't know. My keyboard's in the way. Something's in the way. Does that look good? Yeah, whatever. Good enough. Still want to be wrecking down into stuff down here, you know. All right. Anyway, maybe we'll come on up and zoom in a little bit. All right. Oh, there we go. There's what we'll do. There. What do you know? What a good shot. Okay, let's get these parts open here. And get them suckers out. Alright, there we go. Dump them right out. They all fall right off the cardboard. There's a grower cardboard. Okay. Let's get out some screws and junk. Get these all this junk out, all the hardware pack out. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, we got it. Okay, so we're gonna start putting some stuff in here. There we go. I was gonna say these suckers don't fit. Remember, we got to put the let me show you. The screw has a bevel on it. See, that goes top. That goes up. Then you stick your nut thing in there. Okay. And voila, you have a thing. Oh, and you gotta make sure that we're trying to give you no staggered stuff. I don't know, that looks pretty good. Looks like it's not sticking out through the hole very much. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Anyway, we got this one here next. And we'll just keep putting the washers on correctly and putting the nuts in. Yep, I think they're all just kind of low profile here. I'm going to put one over here, because that's for this side. Get the washer right. There we go. The nut. And once we get these all kind of screwed in here, you know, loosely, we will go back to the back of the guitar, and we'll get them all lined up and screws, you know, in there and everything like that. So you gotta line these suckers up, make sure they're all perfectly straight. This one goes over here. You make sure you put them on the right side too. Because it's kind of hard not to, because it'll be going the opposite way all the rest of them. Alright. And then we got this one right here. And they're looking kind of snazzy on there, ain't they? Not looking too bad at all. Okay. I'm just going to give those a little bit of a snuggeroo. Just, you know, so they don't move around too much, okay? And then we'll go ahead and flip the guitar over. Like that. Put it down like that right there. Yep, that looks good. Okay. And now we're just going to get these suckers lined up so they're nice and straight and the way they should be. Okay. We don't want crooked stuff. Well, when somebody looks at this and go, ooh, a professional did that, didn't he? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm getting paid for it, so I guess I am professional. You know? And so, here's another thing you can do, too. And I think that'll reach across there. Yeah, you can take your straight edge here. If you turn your tuners the other way, you put that down there. And you can make sure that everything is nice and flat and level. Alright, now, what I'm going to do is, I think these are 10 millimeter, I'm not sure, but I think they are. Yeah. Alright, we're going to make these a little bit tighter. Just a little bit, okay? And then I will get them right where they need to be. Alright, that's dead across. Alright. And then we'll get these a little bit tighter. Just a little bit. Okay. And then we'll stick this across here just like we did the other ones. We'll straighten up the things. Might as well straighten up those two. Okay. And then we will put this across there. Okay, that's flat. And that's flat. Okay, so we got those perfectly flat across there. Okay? Alright. Now for the coup de grace. See, what I'm going to do is I got this little tiny micro screwdriver, basically. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it right down in there, that spot. And I'm going to make a little hole. Just a little one. Punch a little hole in each one of these. Hopefully I'm making a hole. Okay, I am. Okay. Okay, now, take our little tiny screwdriver. We're going to run over stuff down here. Yeah, I'm running over. Maybe we need to get the parts backed off from the chair a little bit. I was starting to run over them. Okay. Gotta get out the correct screwdriver. This is my little one here. We're going to go ahead and just put a screw right there in that hole down there. Okay. Okay. Screwdriver in there. And we'll just start screwing it right in. It should go right in, no problem. That way we're getting a nice, fresh, tight grip. So I didn't drill a big giant hole in it. And that's downtown, baby. That's in there solid as can be. Sure is. You can go ahead and cinch these down. Not cinch them, but you know, snug them down nice. Anyway, we're going to keep on going on these. And it's going along pretty quick. You want to be supporting the back of the, you know, supporting the headstock when you're doing this stuff. Because Lord knows you don't want this sucker to snap off on you. Imagine what kind of nightmare that would be. Hey, you're working on this, guys. Pride and joy. That's why I'm careful about where I put them too, man. This thing falls off the stand or something like that. Something falls down. It's done. And I ain't got no kind of cash like that to be taking care of this guy's guitar. You know, get him a new one. No, not me. So we're gonna make sure we work with kid gloves. All right. We got two more screws left. Then we're gonna flip her over, and we'll tighten up the front, and the tuners will be installed, Jack. Not real bad at all, and I'm not really worried about the other screw holes from the other tuners, because you know that's just, this is it's, you know, it's a light relicking. So, you know, you can obviously see that these aren't stock. So with a little, you know, it all adds up to the ambiance of the whole thing. You know, adds to the whole look. Okay. Then we'll flip it back over here. Look at that right there. Okay. Now, and we're just gonna take our socket and we give these a nice little tighten it up. I'm just using the socket in my, well, however tight I can get it by hand. It don't got to be dynamite. It's just got to be tight. You know, I think the last thing you want to do is go ahead and, you know, and like use a wrench on these things. You know, man, forget it. Look at that. Can you see the crack-a-lackin in it? Look at that. See, it's looking slick. It's starting to come around. It is starting to come around. Now I'm going to leave this truss rod cover off. I ain't throwing no truss rod cover on there yet. We will adjust that and stuff because I want to make sure that when... That's like the last thing you do, man. You know, is putting that cover on. Because once you get it all stringed up and it's done and everything like that, I might have to adjust this truss rod to get a little bit of relief in the neck. So I'm just going to leave it like it is. Okay, keep the toilet paper out the way. This packaging. Take that, pitch it. Some people might like to save that kind of stuff. Yeah, not me. All right, let's move our camera shot and let's widen out. There we go. That looks pretty good. Thank you. Thank you. Move this back, move that up. Okay, what's the next step? Oh, we gotta reach into the lucky bag, right? What are we gonna pull out now? We're going to pull out the controls. What do you know? Hey, let's pull out some controls. Yep, I don't need to start up the... Yeah, what do you say? We'll start the soldering iron up to... Next thing we'll put in is the... Tell you what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put the pickup in and then put the controls in. It's not the plan stand. Okay, let's see. Let's get it out then. Get it on, get it out. There's the pickup. Oh, yeah. Over here's a thing for it. Then we can do that next too. I might as well take all these parts out. We're fooling around with this bag, right? Alright. So, the pickup. Can't remember if that had a cover or not. It was just a pickup. Oh, yeah, she got a cover. Right. Oh, yeah. Alright. Bubble wrap put over there. Alright, we'll run the wire. Whoa. Should run the wire. Okay. Hey, watch it. We'll throw it on my shoulder here a little bit. Run that cable there, pull it on through. Now, let's see. We're going to put this sucker in just like this here. Alright. Sure we got it going back in the right way. Yep. Alright. And got our cover going on right here. Yep. Now I need a couple of dark screws. And I got a bunch of dark screws right here. And those right there. Hope I got enough dark screws. Oh yeah, real nice. With a screwdriver. There's one screw. And we have 2 screws. We have 2 screws. 2 screws in. And remember, we're not trying to set the world on fire here. We're just trying to get them in there. You know, and I got these strap buttons right here. They're bugging me too. So how about we throw the strap buttons on here real quick. These nice black ones here. Right there. Flying like the wind here. Parts are just going on left and right. You know, I love doing this kind of stuff. I really do. It is. And you know, this is going to be a really unique guitar. It's got the new technology and kind of, I mean, it's going to be just, you know, just the way it's even started off, and the body is just, and I guess this crackling is going to add a little nuance to the sound. From what I've been hearing, a little bit of crackle stuff kind of adds a little nuance. Okay, we're getting this top button in there. I'm kind of being careful. Hold my finger over there because I don't want to. I wouldn't want to scratch it, right? It's weird. Hey, that's not going on. I gotta sit that down a little more. The screw is 17 miles long. But that's alright. Go ahead, be long. There we go. Now it's all the way in there. Alright. And sure, we'll leave it. Lay it down just a little bit there for this one. Lay that off the edge just a little bit. No, sir, I don't like it. That screw is too small. That screw is too small. So, where's my tray of screws? I'll find a nice black one there. Oh yeah, there's a nice big black one. Heck, that sucker will work. Heck yeah. See if it goes through here. Don't do me like that. Ah, it's too big. We'll go through there. Let's see what else we got. Got that one right there. That goes through there, and that's kind of long. Here's the tail of the strap button. It's not black. That's his head. Yes. Let's see. That's the same dang size I got in there right now. Yeah. Puny. Yeah, you know. Alright. You have to make an executive decision here. No, I don't like that one. That was all boogered. So, let's see here. We are going to go with, can I get a drum roll, please? Right here, this one. That one right there. What we're going with, goes through, and it is long. It might be chrome still, but it's just the, it's the, you know, the button, man. Come on. I'd rather have a chrome in there that's going to hold. And maybe I'll just go over it with a little, I'll go over with the I'll go over it with the, with the permanent marker. Color it in a little bit. Still don't like it. Tell you what, I'm going to go find me a screw. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And The thing about it is man, that hole, and I got another screw in there, it was a little bit longer and stuff, but that hole is not cooperating. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a piece of wood in there, stick a nice little piece of hunk of wood in there, and then we won't have to worry about that problem no more. Let me see, what can I smoke a piece of wood with? I'm going to take a little piece of this off. There we go. That should work perfect. Put that in there like that. See, I can even hammer it in a little bit. There, perfect. Okay, now when I stick the screw in there, it's got a lot of stuff to bite on. All kinds of, it can bite all day. Alright, that way we can be sure that screw ain't going to cut loose. I mean, the strap's not going to come off, you know what I mean? I hate to have that happen. I wish I had my power screwdriver. Kind of miss it. Stop taking a charge. A little piece of wood sticking out. Right, look at that. Hey, hey, hey. Like dynamite, baby. It's good to go. Alright, let's see here. We got a pickup wire sticking out of the back of this. Tell you what, let's put some wiring in here. I think I don't like this thing because it's pretty much just plug and play over here. You know, not much to it at all. See, we got a little stuff. So we'll get the knobs out. Those are going to go on in a minute. See, what do we got here? Portland, Oregon, gun stock wiring, or Gun Street wiring. It looks like some good stuff, I'm telling you one thing. Yep, they're on a mission. Thank you for your purchase, appreciate it. Let's see what else we got here. Aha, little thing showing you how to wire it on up. So it looks pretty easy. Yeah, we're going to follow that, but we're going to get this stuff in here first. Okay, we got our ground wire and we got our speaker wire right here. I mean, our pickup wire. Now, the outside of this is the ground. This, as you can see, I don't know, we'll tighten it a little bit. I'm going to shove the guitar forward a little bit, and we will turn just a little bit, okay? This has got the braided outside on it. You know. Got the braided wire on the outside, and this here is the hot wire for it. So we kind of got to stick it to the pot and then solder the outside on. You know, solder the ground onto the pot here. So, anywho, so basically, I mean, it's all set right here. All I got to do is pull this wire, pull this little piece of insulator. Why is that on there like that? How am I supposed to solder onto that like that? That don't make no sense. Okay, so. Oh. So that's what it is right there. Oh, I get it. Alright. I got you. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, see, this has got to go in here like this. So that's going to go on there, and that's your tone pot. And your good sheet. Oh man, these pots say Gun Street on them. A 500K and a 250. That's what he said it was. 500K and a 250. Just look at the back of that. How nice that is. How nice that is set up. I mean, it's really beautiful. And it makes it really easy. So you got to connect the speaker or the pickup wire right there, and then ground the outside braided part of it to the case, and you're hooked up. You know, install everything. It's all got the, you know, it's all insulated over there and everything. You know, and that's going to help with interference and noise and crap like that too, you know. And look how he's got this, look how the cap is in there. The cap's on there with like some clear wire. It goes down to there. I mean, it's slick. Oh, that's what they did. The cap's got the long wires on it, so they just covered them with plastic tubing, sort of, and then installed them. I mean, it's you know, it's beautiful. It really is. It's slick. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in. Tell you what, I got the soldering iron all fired up and stuff like that. We're gonna go ahead and solder this down here. But I think I'm gonna just leave it right on the thing here for right now. Let's get a towel over the guitar right here. Okay. We'll set this right up here like this. Then all we gotta do is just solder it up and we're good to go. So all I gotta do is just go through right here, put a little ball of solder, and then come back to this part over here and lay me down some solder out over here, and I'm good. Like downtown good. Oh, somebody wants me on the phone. Alright, tell you what, we're gonna stick that through there. And then we're gonna curl it over just a little bit. Maybe not. See what I think, I'll stick that underneath there like that. Alright. Let's get some flux. So we gotta flux it up. Don't get up, flux it up. So we get a little dippy do of the fluxaroo. A little on there, a little on the wire, a little on the case over here, a little on the braided part over here. Okay, we're all good. Put the cap back on the old flux. Just a little bit of the old ruby fluid, you know, best stuff there is. And where's our solderelli? I don't know. It's supposed to be right here in this little tray. Why ain't it? Oh, it's because it's in this one. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to clean off the end of this solder in a little bit. Okay. Woohoo. Stop. Alright. Now what we're going to do is just put a little solder on the end here. Okay. We'll lay that right through there like that. Come on, brother. I got a hole there. Come on, man. There we go. Yeah, that's soldered down. Alright, let's get some on this part. Alright, so we're going to do like that, huh? Okay. I think I need a little more flux on there. Okay, we got that on there. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Alright, tell you what I'm going to do here. I am going to turn that over just a little bit, get that clip just right, and then we're going to take it off the paper and go ahead and put it in. I can unplug my soldering iron. Done with that. Very little soldering just on that. Alright, take the solder and put that over there. Put the flux brush back, we're done with that. Okay, now I'm going to just get out my clippers and clip off the end of that wire just a little bit, because I don't like it. And that it appears to be all soldered down real good. Okay, so now we can go ahead and take all the stuff off. All the nuts and everything like that. And I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and shove this stuff in there and get it installed. And when I get it installed, get the controls in there, I'll be back and show you. Well, already we got it. I got it all in there, and I forgot that I needed to solder down my ground wire. So I had to fire up the solder in there again, get some flux out of it, you know what I mean? The whole procedure again. But we got it all taken care of, and now all I got to do is put the the plug cover over there and get her all straight. But what we're going to do first, we're going to clean up our mess a little bit here. So we got junk sitting all over the place. That goes right there, that goes right there. Oh, we got some knobs to put on the front of it too. We'll save that for in just a minute. I got a little bag there, throw that in there. Let's go back in the screws and junk. Okay, put that over there. And this back over here. Okay, we're cleaned up just a little bit. Alright. So, the next thing we gotta do is we're gonna dig in here. We're gonna find a couple old parts. Find this right here. I gotta have that cover off there. And I gotta have the backing plate. Get that out. Okay. Just need this backing plate here a little bit. Okay. Take that off there. And then I got my stuff for this one, which we'll put on there. Come on now. Alright. There we go. Hey. Let's see how that moves on. Just like that. Does that look right? Or does that look right? There we go. That's the way it goes on. Somebody's at the door. Who's at the door? Must be somebody leaving. Alright. Got a couple screws here. Let's put some screws in the end of this thing here. We got some black screws. And hopefully we'll have enough of them. I think we will. But I'm losing any. Come on now. There we go. All right. I got 2 screws in there. Woohoo! What do you know? I can see everything's black. Can't see nothing. Screws black, cover's black, guitar's black. Ugh. This is my Johnny Cash special. It's the Blackie Les Paul. For the Blackie Strat, well, there's Blackie Les Paul. I like it though, you know. I sure do like it. I've always liked single pickup, you know, non-tremolo, hardtail, simple, you know, one volume, one tone, get up there, do your business, rock them out, no problems. And the thing I like about single pickups is that most of the time, 99% of the time, I'm playing with the bridge pickup anyways. I don't really use the neck pickup. And I like having the space there where you can strum and stuff like that and you're not hitting the pickup. You know, the pickup's not in the way. Anyway, I got something going on with the mutts outside. But we got that all installed there. Ooh, looking nice, okay? So, we'll take a break here. We're going to be right back. Alright, I think the dogs start barking. As soon as I say the dogs start barking, they start barking again. Anyway, man, forget them dogs. I ain't got time for all that. Anyway, one thing I wanted to do, so we just got the controls in there. So I wanted to make sure that the pickup was working and that we got everything good so that when I put the cover on the back, you know, I don't got to go back in there again. So I got my little tri-router here, my little amp, and we got it all hooked up, so we're just going to kind of go like that on the things, you know, and we got, you know, and then we'll try to see if we can turn it off, and it gets real nice and quiet, and we'll turn it back up, and it's still nice and quiet. Even that has more tone. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put the knobs on it, and put the back cover on it and stuff like that, and when I get done with that, I'll be right back. Alright folks, we got some knobs on there. I think they'll look pretty cool. You can't even see you can't even hardly see the numbers. I was trying to put it on right and trying to see the numbers on the knobs, and I had to like shine a light in there to get it so I could see the numbers. Okay, we can go ahead and button up the back of this again. Went ahead and put the stupid screws in there. Thinking I had it all done, didn't have to do nothing else. Then I got them knobs out and found out they had them bleeder things in there, you know, the little pointers. So I take the cover back off so I can make sure make sure the pots didn't move when I took the nuts off them. Alright, turn this over here. Alright, yeah, those are all down good. Alright, just want to make sure I had them tightened down good. Alright. What be the next thing we need to do? How about we put a pick guard on there? What do you say? Put a little pick guard on this one. Hey, what's that? I just lost something. Hey, we got a free pick. Turn in this pick, get 15% off. Alright. Alright. Throw that in the garbage. Ooh, look at that. Some snazzy stuff. What's this here? They like staples, I'll tell you one thing for sure. Pickguards.com. Pickguards.com, handcrafted, our guarantee. Look at that. What a hoi polloi pickguard that is. It's got guy's initials, quality checked and everything. Well, it ought to just jump right off the thing at you. Let's make sure that it fits first. It's going to line up with our original holes. And yes, it does. Okay, and we can go ahead and do the satisfying part where we take the plastic off of it. You know. Gotta get it started. I took the plastic off the cover in the back. Okay, you guys ready? So I got it started. Want to zoom in some? Alright, here we go. Hold on. Oh, widen out just a little bit. Okay. Got Started right there. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. That little piece just wanted to hang on there. Pitch it out. Look at that. Ooh. That's a spanky clean one. Look at that. It's reflective too. Look at that. Hey, there's the camera. Okay, let's tell you what. Let's. Well, right now to touch. We'll throw that around there like that. But you got yippee-ki-yay, huh? So we can't find a screw hole. Get one of them little black screws in there. Give me a screwdriver. Might help, huh? Oh, that's alright, alright. There's the hole. Okay. So everything's black. Is that going in? It is going in. We have a screw in there. Got a screw over here, I think. Look at that. Dude, I'm looking crossways this time. Everything's black. Damn, we can safely go ahead and tighten these two down here. Okay, and one more screw up here. There we go. Oh. Hey, don't be playing with me. It's going in. It is. Bam. Look at that. It's starting to shape up kind of nice, ain't it? And can you see the dent that I put in it? I had to pull these posts out of there, you know, put the new ones in. And the board that I laid down here must have had something stuck to it or something like that, because I put a little tiny little dent in there. Didn't really care for that, but it is what it is. Okay, on to the next thing. What's our next thing? Getting the stupid bridge on there. Where's that stupid bridge, man? Right here. Oh, the Leo Quan. Badass bridge. If it's not a Leo Quan, it's not a badass. So we will take the rest of these parts, stick them over there. Alright, we're going to run our screws out a little bit here. Probably just take the screws right stinking out of it to begin with. Yeah, we're going to take the screws right out of this. Okay. Leave those right here. So believe me, we've got plenty of screws for it. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this all set up. And then one of the last things I do is put these screws in there when we get the intonation set. And, you know, I got it in the right where I want it. Where the bridge is, where I'm starting to lock it down. Then we'll go ahead and put the screws in there and make it look just right. Okay? Okay. Alright. I'll tell you what. Make sure we get that all the way down. I am going to mess with this bridge just a little bit here. Okay? And I'm going to get this on there. And I'll be right back in a second. Alright. We are back. And it's time to get some strings out. Like I said, he's got those flat wound strings. Not flat round. I can be flat and round. Well, I guess we flat and round. The quarter's flat and round, yeah, I guess so. Alright. Looks like we had enough screws and all that good stuff. Soldering iron's unplugged. That's good. I'm going to burn the house down. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I got a 10. A 10. A 13. A 17. 26. 36. And 46. So, tell you what, let's start with the 46. Start with the big one. Alright. Now, what we're going to do, oh, that's right, that's what we're going to do. Because this bridge is so dang close to this right here, there's no way I'm going to get this strings through there, so we got to put them through the other way. Got to put them through like this. Alright. Alright, you done playing with that dog up there? Trying to make a video down there, if you don't mind. Tell you what, when I get this strung up, I'll be right back. Okay, folks. I got the strings all on it. And it is the next day. And we got strings on it. As you can see, it's still looking good. Still looking beautiful. And it is, you know, looking special. I've got the screws in there for adjusting the intonation a little bit there. Okay, and what we're doing now is trying to set the string height. So what we're going to do is we got to take this screw right here down a little bit so that we can get our string height right. And look for my string height gauge, or my thing that I use to keep a track of that. Anyway, where'd it go? Alright, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and try to find my little gauge that I had. I don't know where it's at. There's the one. And it's got to be just hiding here someplace. Someplace stupid, because it's stupid. I'll tell you, I'll be back in a second. I'll find it. Alrighty, I found my little gauge here that I used to set the pickup height with. And I'm just kind of turning this nut here in down a little bit, and you know, I really don't have a big fat screwdriver for this, so I just kind of I'm using something that's not going to mar up the paint here or whatever this is on here, you know, not mark up the finish, make it look all gacked, but we're going to get it down to where it needs to be, nice and low, nice low action. That's what everybody likes. So we'll tighten this one up here just a little bit. See what it's looking like when it gets tightened up. Go down just a little bit. And with these bridges, I try to loosen things up a little bit, adjust it, tighten it back up. That sucker's all the way down. Let's try to tighten it up a little bit. Let's see here. Well, I don't know. We're just going to loosen things back up. And what we will do is I will go ahead and get that loose, okay? And loosen up just a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and tighten this bridge down on this side with our little wrenchy poo. Okay. I don't think that's the right wrench. Use this one. Okay. Yep. Okay. Get that all clamped down. Let's see where our string height is. So we tighten it up. That's down all the way, and that's about as low as we're going to get it. Yep, I have to say that's about as low as we're going to get it on this side. Just going to make one little adjustment and I'll be right back. Alright, now let's get this one over here. We got to get this string over here. Sure, that should be pretty much rest assured it's got to go down. So we're going to turn this one down too. I think maybe I might just let the string tension off this one a little bit. And this one. Alright, so we're good and loose. Okay? I don't want to be too tight on this stuff. We'll loosen that up a little bit too. Okay? And we'll screw this one down. Okay? And we'll use our little string guide here. Yeah, see, I'm still got to go down. And I got to tighten it up still too. That was just loose. That was getting me in the ballpark, maybe. Okay. Alright, so let's tighten this one up a little bit. Alright, we'll see where we're sitting. Go down just another hair. It ain't going down no more. Guess what? That's the bottom. It's bottomed out. It ain't going no farther. It's all the travel, and we are right at about the lowest height I can get out of this thing. So, make sure all the strings are in the thing, okay? And now, I'm going to put it on the, what we're going to do is I'm going to try to set the intonation now. So we're going to adjust these screws here. And what I'm going to do is, it's kind of a process. What we're going to do is we're going to get the string up to pitch, okay? And then we'll play it at the 12th. And we'll see what it says on the tuner. And I'm trying to get it, so I'm going to adjust this screw until I get this in the ballpark where I can adjust it. And it looks like these saddles on here need a little bit of adjusting too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my screwdriver, and I got this one back here all the way. I'm just going to turn it back a little bit, okay? And then this one here, we're going to turn forward a little bit, make it come forward. So we're trying to get that little bit of a curvy curve to this thing. You know? Because one, if you ever look at your bridge, one from the bass one that's down low, you know, your big fat E string will be down, you know, well, towards the bottom of the guitar, I guess you could say. And the other ones will be, ones will be up a little bit. The next three will be staggered upwards. And then again on the G string will also be like that. So we'll bring that one up. Take this one on down a little bit. Bring that one up. And that just gets it in the neighborhood. And then we'll do this one a little bit. All being careful not to nick or mar anything. You know, I mean, it's already got a few battle scars on it. You know, I mean, not battle scars, but, you know, it's got a few marks on it. Okay? So, we're just trying to make it look pretty. Alright. Alright, let me see if we can't. Alright, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to tune this up, and I'm going to try to get this first string intonated. So, I'll be right back. Alrighty, we have got the intonation in the ballpark. We got the distance on the post set. So what we're doing now is we're loosening everything up, because I don't want tight strings for this. I want to get the bridge nice and loose when I lock it down in its position. And then to fine tune the intonation, we can use the saddles. We can adjust the saddles. And that'll be better when we lock down the bridge itself. So we'll get it all nice and loosey-goosey. Alright, looks like we're pretty loose. Alright. So now we're going to take our trusty dusty wrench here that comes with it, and we're going to tighten these right down right there where they are. Get them good and tight, nice and solid. And with that, we want that to be a nice, solid connection. So I'm being real careful as to how I tighten that down because I don't want to strip it out or nothing, or break it. So do that side. And this is flattening out that bridge. So when it's clamped in there, it's flattened in there. It's dynamite. Okay. Still needs to be clamped down a little bit more too. Right there. Let's see what this one's doing. You know, just being careful, going a little bit at a time. Trying to get too froggy on things. And what, you know, and once this is set, those are good and solid. Once this is set, it's real easy to you don't have to do anything with it. You just leave it right there where it's at. Okay, we got those screws in there right there. Alright. Got that all locked down. That's in good position right there. Now, we can go ahead and we can tune it back up. And we can set our intonation on the screws here. And then we can't really set our pickup height, but we can kind of set the radius of the pole pieces. You know, we can raise those up a little bit. So I think that's what we're going to do right now. I got the end ones, so I think I'm going to raise those up about half of a turn. Maybe one turn. Okay. Raise it up a turn. We like this to be hot. Okay. So, we'll raise it up one turn. See, now this one's going to go 1 1/4. Okay. Now this one here, this 1/3 one in, the one that's underneath the D string. See, that's already much down, so we're going to give that 1 1/2. 1 1/2. Okay, and then 1 1/2 on this one. There's 1, and there's 1/2. We'll do 1 1/4 on this one. And these are all pretty much down all the way. 1 1/4. And then this one here is down. And we'll just do a 1 on this one. Because see, I don't really have any height adjustment on this. So at least I can do is kind of try to simulate the arch of the radius there that we have. You know. Because I really I can't set the radius here on the strings, but it already is on the bridge. I can get the pickup right, because I can't raise the pickup unless I want to put some shims underneath the thing or something like that, which I don't. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to tune it up, and we're going to get our final intonation right here. We're going to adjust the bridges here, adjust the saddles here, in and out, to get the intonation at the 12th fret perfecto. And that's what we're looking for, because once we get that perfect intonation right here, we're going to go over this whole fretboard and we're going to check all the notes. And I got a pretty good sneaky suspicion that the notes are all going to be playing good. And another thing I want to do is get this thing tuned up to pitch. I want to get it tuned up so that I can check the relief in the neck and see how much relief we have in the neck. If the neck needs any adjusting, or we need a little bit more relief, or we need a little less, or you know what the deal is. So I'm going to go ahead and tune this up and set the intonation on it, and I'll be right back. Alright folks, we are back, or I'm back, well, me and the guitar are back. And well, we got her all intonated. We got it all so that it plays perfectly in tune at the 12th fret, and all up and down the neck. All of them play great. All we got to do is I got to get those screws out of those silver screws out of there, cut them down a little bit, paint them black, and get them back in there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to let the tension off of this neck here, let the tension off the strings a little bit, so we're not on those right there. Now we got everything all tuned up. I'll cut those and get them straight, and then we'll give the strings one last good stretching, because they're in place where they're going to be now, you know. and put the truss rod cover on, and we should be done with this sucker. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen up these strings and get the screws out of there. We're going to paint them black, get them back in there. Then we can tune it back up. And we'll be styling. This guitar will be done. Little truss rod cover action. Oh, that's right, I gotta check the check the truss rod too, don't I? I gotta check that for the good angle. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take these out of here. That's already locked down and everything. So I'll just use my screwdriver. It makes it a little bit easier. Try to do it by hand. Okay. It is looking pretty good though. Alright, tell you what, I'll be right back after I get that done. Alrighty, I'm back. It's like a bad disease. Okay, I checked the relief in the neck and we needed a little. We needed to adjust the truss rod just a wee bit. And we have one more part laying around here someplace. Aha, here it is. It's that funky truss rod covers. So we're going to tear this thing open. And maybe we'll use some Caesars. Got some little Caesars. It was really good. Had it for lunch. Okay, let's see. Which way is this sucker going to go on? We want it to go on like that, or we want it to go on like that? I'm going to go on like this. Pachacow. Okay. Alright. Let's see. What do we say? We get this down here. So we take a look at this headstock. Alright. And everything's black on black. Tell you what, we'll take the plastic off at first. What do you say? Take the plastic off. Right there. And we start to peel. Oh, look at that. So satisfying. Alright. Let's lay this sucker down here. Like that right there. See if we can get in there. Alright. One screw right there. And my little tiny screwdriver. Good job. Well, I should put some extra light on this job here. It's hard to see. Right there. Come on now, Beto. Hey, that screw's going in. What do you know? Let's get another one. So we can get that one to go in. Lined up with a stupid hole if I can see it. Alright, I gotta get this down here a little bit better where I can see it. Let's see here. Is there a hole in there? Or I gotta make one? Huh. But I don't know. Oh, it seems like I'm getting a hole right there. There we go, there it is. They're just off a little bit, but not by much. Not enough to write home to mother about. Okay, we got it up there. Back in the shot, sort of. There we go. Alright. We're just going to sit here and screw this sucker in. There's that end. Uh-oh. This sucker is in. Oh, we got to modify it. It is a tight fit. A little too tight. I take it out. Take just a little bit off this bottom piece because it's just smushing right up against that. Smushing up against the nut. So we're just taking just a skosh off of here. In fact, we're just Alright, that now I guarantee you that'll fit just perfect. Oh yeah. Let's get her back in there. Just have to take a little scubble double toilet trouble off the bottom there. Alright. So get our screw back in there. Get that started. We are seconds away from success on this. This custom build. This wrecking a brand new guitar. Messing it all up, getting it all crackly and cracked up, and putting new parts on like the old parts are all depressed. What was wrong with us? We played pretty good. You tried us out. We sounded pretty good. And you did sound pretty good. I'm hoping for even better here. But you know, even if it sounds just as good, I'll be happy. Because we had a theme going here, as you can obviously see. We're blacking this thing out. You know, we're making a black guitar. We're blacking it all out. You know, we've heard of that before. You know, David Gilmour's got one. You know, it's all black. All the parts are black. Good old Blackie. You know, one thing that's not black on this is the nut, pretty much. And the knobs are, you know, a little bit. Alright, I'll tell you what. We're going to take one good look at this sucker. Am I zoomed out all the way? Oh no, I wasn't. Alright, look at this. Now, it needs a little bit of wipe down. A little bit of final cleanup and polish, you know. Make it look real, real nice. But look at that fretboard. How nice and shiny that looks. I'm telling you, right down the side it's smooth. The back's even feeling kind of good and smooth. Beautiful nut. And look at it, you can hardly, if you hold that just right, you can't even see there's truss rod cover in there. I mean, it's looking good. This ain't no GIBSON, it's a Gibson, baby. Right on the moogie. Look at that back. Everything blends right in. So, what you pacow. Look at that. Wow, whoa. It's like a mirror. It does look real good. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little polish after it. Let me see here. Maybe, just maybe, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I got to give it the old official once over here. So we're going to plug it in. Turn on our little testing practice amp thingy, this little tiny amp that we just use to make sure things work. And tell you what, where's my strap? I like to use the strap because I don't want to drop this guy's guitar. I have it slide off my lap. You know, sometimes they're pretty slick, and they'll slide right off your lap if you ain't careful. So let's see what she sounds like. Well, first of all, let's stick the old should be still. Oh! I never stretched the strings. It's always something I forget. So tell you what, let me zoom up here just a little bit there. We're gonna stretch the strings real quick. The old tuner on there, okay? All right, let's give these suckers a stretch. Let me turn the volume down. We'll need here being stretched, right? I kind of getting to be a fan of these flat wound strings. They do feel different and smooth. And you can see I'm just kind of giving it a little on the strings there, you know. Okay, let's see what we're saying. Well, you know, we did something to this guitar that sort of a secret thing. We put it in the freezer. So I had all the parts and stuff stripped off it. I was trying to get it to crackle. I wasn't having too much luck with doing it with the heater and the cans of air, okay? Because I had the stupid nozzle on it. You know, you're not supposed to have the nozzle on it. So I stuck it in the freezer hoping that maybe it would crack. I'll just crackle it once I pull it out. And it didn't. We gotta stretch it one more time. So, come to find out, putting your guitar in the freezer is a good thing. For some reason, it helps with the tone, they say. So, maybe this will have a little extra oompity-oomp magic in it, you know? And that's a good stretch right there. Yeah, it barely moved at all. That G still good. B still good. And the E is... And you know when you... Man, I've noticed it. When that E gets right on, it really kind of resonates. Let's see what we got here. I know the amp is small. It does sound pretty good. Let's turn the tone down a little bit. Tune back up. Sounding pretty good. Yep, sounds pretty good to me. Plays real nice and smooth. The action's real nice and light. It's got a little bit of relief in there. That's on the clean setting. Let's see what it says with just a little bit of distortion out of this stupid little amp. I mean, the speaker's like, you know. Let's see what we got on here. Let's see if we can't blow this little thing up. Yeah, it sounds pretty good, even with my crappy playing. You know, one of the masters from the master builder guy over there at Gibson, I can't remember what his name is, Murphy. He says, take that top string and just thumb it, and you can feel the vibration. That's good. That's fine, I feel the vibration. Okay. All right, let's go take a look at this a little bit better, and we'll go, we'll finish this video up. We'll do the last presentation of this thing. We'll do the woo, look at it. Well, here she is, folks. all polished up, all looking really beautiful. And we're getting ready to take a little bit better look at it here. You know, it really is hard to see the crackling on it. You can kind of see it a little bit. You know, you can see it right there, kind of in the light part. Man, everything is just blended in black. I mean, you can't even hardly see anything. The strings, the frets. Look at that fretboard, though. Looking very good and beautiful. Nice, shiny frets. Those flat, round strings. Man, starting to like those. Big white nut. Look at that. Truss rod cover. You can't even see that it has truss rod cover, hardly. And those tuners in there looking beautiful. You know, everything's looking real nice. Sure is. You know, this one was a real fun one. And I like it when I get to do something that I really haven't done before. I don't know if we can really kind of get a look at that crackling over there, though. Let me see if I can. You can sort of see it right there. It's hard to see, especially in this light. My light's not the greatest. This is sure a beautiful looking guitar. But I got one more little surprise for you. And it's not really a surprise, it's just sort of another look at this thing. I'll be back in a second. Okay, well, we're going to end this video kind of the same way we started it, by taking a look at this guitar, open up this case. I mean, that sure is a beautiful Gibson case right there. I'm telling you one thing. And you know, it's got these brand new latches on it. I kind of like these too. They feel like they're aluminum or something, but I bet you they last forever. And they also make that little sound that everybody likes. Opens real nice. They close real nice. They're not clunky. They're not funky. They're, you know, I like them. I think they're nice. And then we got the one in the back here, you know. All right. Are you ready? Take a look at this. We've been looking at it, you know, so it's not going to be really surprised, but there she is in the case. Oh yeah, looking good. Nice pink. You know, that case has a nice red tone to it. Let's see if we can't see some crackling. There are a couple of little spots. You see that spot right there? That's where when I was doing the crackle finish on it, hit it with the air, that little hunk, well, it wasn't a little hunk, it was kind of a decent sized hunk, come flying out of there. So I had to put a little super glue on the back of it, glue it back in there, then that left a little mess around it. So we had to fix that up a little bit. And then we had to pull these posts out right here. All right, pull the bottom part out of the body. When we did that, we left a little. We can see it. It's hard to see stuff on this. We left a little imprint in the body there. But seeing that, I would be freaking out about that if we weren't relicking it to a certain extent. But it sure does look nice, and that is a nice Gibson case. That's where it's supposed to be. And you know, it's got the. Let's go over it again. It's got the Grover tuners, the Grover locking tuners black. We left the same nut in there. Cleaned up that fretboard real nice. It wasn't dirty. You know, it's a brand new guitar, 2024. I think it was made in June, something like that. You know, but the fretboard has a lot of the dye in it. You know, a lot of the stain that's still in it. So when you clean it up, it gets a little bit lighter. And we did a little something on the fret ends, and you know, we leveled it out. It didn't take much. It didn't take much at all. Now we got this nice black pickguard that's all black, not the tortoiseshell one. We have a little bit hotter pickup in there. Same P90 dog-eared. And then we have the Leo Kwan badass bridge. And it's really kind of hard to see because everything's black. But we got the screws, and we got to cut the screws down here so that they're like flush mount. I painted them so they're not sticking way out. And the knobs on this thing, they got kind of a amber color to them, which I kind of like. Of course, you know, if you don't like that, you can just go with black knobs. Hey, I suppose you've got a black knob on there. I couldn't find it. Hey, where's the knob? blends right in. But yeah, it is looking pretty. And I think Lance is going to like this one. It has been a fun build for me. I loved having a challenge. I've never done the heated up and crackle to finish. You know, I don't get a whole lot of guitars with nitrocellulose on it, you know. So, you know, I do mainly the guitars that I have, that I do are the less expensive ones with, you know, polyurethane on them, stuff like that. So I don't get to do this very often. And it was a real pleasure, and it was a real joy. And now I can put another notch in my belt saying, hey, I know how to do that crackle finish stuff. You know, and I think it turned out pretty good. The only problem I had with it was that on the front there, it left a little hazy spot in there, which I had to deal with. But everything came out good. Everything looks good. It plays really nice, you know. And I can't wait till Lance gets over here to check it out. So, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to say adios for now. From Mojo Shop Guitar. Baby. Thank you for watching Mojo Shop